Guys, Shy Guy Might Die here. Welcome to another episode of What I'm Playing. Today I'm going to be trying out Steve Jackson's Sorcery. I've heard a lot of things about this game and I'm really excited to play it. Don't really know much, is that it's just quite fantasy and roleplay, so I'm looking forward to it. Part 1 is going to be the Shamutuanti Hills, episode 1. So let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to jump straight into this. The Shamutanti Hills. So there's a lot of reading in this, and I'm pretty terrible at it, so get ready for that. You have walked the wilds of Kakabad through Kare and the spiteful backlands, all the way into Mampang. You have survived traps, thieves, serpents, and vengeful gods, and now it is here, the crown of kings. It is said the crown was never forged, only found, by Shalana the Reformer, a lowly foot soldier who became the emperor of the Eastern world. Such is the power of the crown. The air around it crackles with influence. Take it. Mine. My crown. Your destiny awaits. With the crown in your hands, you will become as powerful as Shalana. The goblins are arming, the giants are waking, and the birdmen carving cruel daggers from stone. War will come, but you will prevent it. But then, the image of the crown begins to flicker. You rush towards it. It's a trap! It's a trap! And startle yourself awake. You are alone, exhausted, in the little hut in the outpost settlement. Your unimaginable journey is not even a single step begun. Continue. So, pretty awesome so far. Nice story. I don't know how this is going to play. I don't know, is all text or... But we seem to be going onto a map here, so... Steve Jackson's Sorcery. The Shamutanti Hills. Oh, there I am. Tap your character to continue. Okay. It is sunrise. You dress, breakfast on bread and goat's milk, and collect the pack and sword from beside your bed. Let's test this blade. I'm going to be a badass blade woman. You pause to test the blade against your thumb. The blacksmith has done well. The edge is keen and draws a narrow line of blood. Outside the hut, you hear the outpost settlement stirring into life. Time to go. No time for prayer. Time then to depart. You lift your flap of the hut and step into the early morning sunshine. Let's go. So, draw a path to the flag. Boop, 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 boop. Eyes follow you as you leave the hut and walk towards the great Shamutanti wall. The frontiers people of this tiny settlement are well aware of your mission. Ignore them. No time for all these people. Well, let them look. When they next see your face, you will be celebrating the triumphant return of a bold adventurer. A man is waiting on the path of the Kantopani Gate and the final doorway between Analand and the wilds of Kakabad. You recognize the sergeant of the Sight Master warriors. He holds out his hand. He looks pretty badass. I better greet this guy. Show him a bit of respect. Greetings, Sergeant. He touches his forehead with 2 fingers. You are almost ready, my lady, he says. I have for you a gift from the king. 24 gold pieces. It is all we can spare this time. He holds out the pouch. Take it. You accept the gift graciously. Thank you. You should buy some supplies before you pass the wall, the sergeant says. And you must collect your spellbook if you wish magic to aid you. Finally, should you wish to practice your sword play, I will go one last round with you. And he points with his staff towards the training ground. Continue. So, let's get our spellbook. Boop boop. One of the huts, set slightly back from the others, is decorated with glyphs and strange symbols. A terrible smell emanates from its doorway. This is the hut of the chief mage. He has been preparing your spellbook for days, reading star charts to work out which spells will be available to you in the different locations in the hills and beyond. Go inside. I'm not leaving without this book. You lift the flap and go inside. The mage looks up at you and with haggard, sleepless eyes and presses the book into your hands. Do you understand how to use this, he asks. Tell me. Tell me. Each spell is crafted through the alignment of 3 stars, he says. The spell Zap, for example, is made up of aligning Zarathustra, Aegis, and Pini. But that is not important. What matters is what the spell is called and what it does. Zap will give you control over lightning. Hot will create a fireball, and Fuff will create a force field around you. Shall I continue? I've heard enough. I don't need to know anymore. So he scratches absent at his ear. Remember, some spells will cost you effort to use, but the ones that don't will work without a focus. An item of some kind. You will need to read the book to know that. To know what? So research magic using the spell. Okay. So, spellbook. Let's take a look. This volume contains the 48 spells of the High Craft as discovered and passed down from generation to generation of sorcerers from the earliest days of the Eastern world. Each spell is formed of 3 letters and each spell will take energy to cast. Furthermore, some spells will fail without the use of particular items or focus. Let's go, okay. Zap, Fuff, Law. All these spells are extremely tiring and will cost you 3 points of stamina. So that's our stamina there. More economical versions exist, though some rely on the caster owning particular items of power. Okay. Zap, Hot. That is one ugly ass motherfucker. Big. Fuck. Okay. So we'll come back to these. I want to take a look around. So let's go buy rations. Small traders in the settlement supply the site master warriors with weapons, armor, food, and clothing. You go over with the sergeant to a stall selling flatbreads and cheese. 2 gold pieces per ration, the owner says. Let's haggle. Do you know who I am? I'm Angland, Great New Hope, you tell him. The man looks uncomfortable. I know that, but I have to feed my family today, whatever happens to the crown. Buy 2 rations. You hand over your coins and the man places 2 rations carefully into your pack. You must be sure you eat every day or you will suffer, Sergeant tells you. Standing on this side, eating more will give you extra strength, but it is not necessary. Okay. And finally, let's go to the training ground. You walk with the sergeant to the training ground and he wraps the base of his staff in leather. Ready my sword. Okay, so this is... To begin, the sergeant says we will practice the stances. First, defend yourself against me. So choose the attack power by dragging to defend, stay fully left. So, defend. Sorry. Drag. Drag. Click. Drag. Jab. Okay. The Sight Master is a powerful enemy. By defending, you will receive the minimum damage from any attack he makes. So, my next attack will be weak, he declares. You will be able to overpower me by playing a stronger attack. So if I swipe. Okay, so he took 2. My next attack will be one of my strongest, he declares. If you something full attack, you something lower, but otherwise you best defend, so let's defend. Now I took 1. Okay. Select a weak attack. Side swipe, jab. Cut. Just choose a jab. Awesome. You swing with a weak attack, rushing the Sight Master who is defending. Good choice. A stronger attack would have wasted more of your enemy. Okay. Let's take the risk and let's thrust. Let's go for it. Continue. Damn right I killed him. Seem to remember the basics. Enough training. You shake your head. Very good, the sergeant agrees. But if you wish a bout in earnest, then I warn you, I will not go easy on you. He indicates the wider yard where there is space for a true match. Let's go. Let's take him on. You head over to the yard to practice a bout of real fighting. The sergeant removes the cloth padding from the base of his staff. Oh, shit's getting real. This time, I will not tell you my intentions. You will have to read them for yourself. So, let's go for a quick one. Woof. To begin, so. The Sight Master smiles at you, raises his staff and salutes, and takes his position. You begin with his light jab, saving your energy, needling him and trying to test him out. Sight Master comes in with a tough blow, balancing his strength by his impact. So we're going to lunge, follow up. Boom. So I want to defend this time. You drop yourself into a crouch as he powers forward with a cry. It only tires him out. You escape mostly injured. We're going to go for a side swipe. You drop yourself into a crouch. No. Acting quickly, you sting him with your blade, low and fast, saving your energy. I'll wear you out, you declare. But his own strike is defensive, and he turns away some of your force of your blow. The Sightmaster shakes his head. Not bad, he grunts, clearly weary. His eyes follow your shoulders. He is probably about to defend. You realize, astonished, a wasteful now. So we'll go for a small job. Yeah. Cleverly, you read his intent and attack lightly, saving your energy while still wounding him. His own weapon is raised in defense. He smiles. His breath narrows to a heave. He is struggling to stay upright. His eyes narrow in preparation for a great effort. I'm going to defend. You whip up your defense as he attempts a strong stroke. Well done, he grumbles, panting from wasted effort. Let's finish him off. Leaping into action, you sweep your sword across his body with powerful force. It is enough to finish him. The Sightmaster throws down his staff. You have me, he declared with a grin. 4 stamina lost. Not bad, he declares, but you need to cover yourself more or the beast out there will take you apart. As a nearby hero hurries over with a salve on your health and the sergeant is quickly restored. Okay, let's approach the gate. You reach the foot of the mighty gate. It is sealed. The sergeant places one hand on the wood. The gate has been blocked for some time to deter raiders, he tells you, but you will have no difficulty. The stars in this place allow the DOP spell to be crafted, and he stands back. Cast a spell. D-O-P. Cast. You weave the spell one by one. The great tumblers of the door begin to creak and groan. Then the hinges turn. With a noise like hail on a canvas roof. These gates have not opened since our last champion was lost, the sergeant says. I wish you more luck than he. Perhaps you will even meet him on your travels. If I overtake him, then he is too slow. The Sightmaster nods, peering at something on the horizon. I believe he is returning, but transformed. I hope you do not meet the same fate. He stands back from you. Continue. Let's go. Together you step into the shadow of the wall. One last word, he declares. When you have the crown, find the highest point you can find. We will be watching. I understand. I will not wish you a safe journey to Clare, for the way ahead will not be safe. The sergeant murmurs as he peers into the distance through the open gate. The Sightmaster warriors are selected from birth for their incredible powers of telescopic vision. You do not know how far we can see. Tell me what lies ahead. The path leads first to Cantopani, a settlement of traders, though most are rogues and thieves. You should be there before the sun has reached its peak. From there, 3 routes lead on to Kristatanti, but no single route is safe. Kakabad is a land of devils. Enough talking, let's get going. It is time to go. Without other words, you pass through the gate. The faces of the folk watching your departure reveal the hopes of the rest that rest on you and your quest. The early morning air is crisp and the rising sun paints the slopes in shades of peaceful beauty, concealing the evil that lies ahead. Awesome. So, that's kind of going to be a short episode for Sorcery. Just dipping my toes into it. I've heard they're not incredibly long, so I might just do shorter segments. I'm going to be playing a lot of this. I think I'm going to try and burn through it. It definitely seems like a lot of fun, and that's something I would recommend. But I've been Shy Guy Mai Tai. Thanks for watching, guys. If you could hit the subscribe button below, it really helps me out. Maybe even drop a comment or a like. See you guys.